Well, hello again. Welcome to Blockchain. My name is Roger Janik. I'm your host. Today's segment is called dApps Decrypted, and this is episode 2 of dApps Decrypted. Today is going to be interesting. We are decrypting a dApp called Pocketful of Quarters. And what makes this interesting? Check out the screen here. Look at this little boy. Yeah, he's the CEO. This kid is 12 years old. His name is George Weixner. I hope I'm saying that right. George Weixner. Yeah, he's a 12-year-old CEO of a company called Pocketful of Quarters. And yes, it's a decentralized application on the blockchain. It is fully functional, although the pay system is not live yet, and we'll go through that. But the application itself is fully functional. Now, of course, he does have a partner. It's his dad, George, which is really cool. The father and son team up to take on the world, right, and disrupt the whole gaming world, and that's what this application's about. So let's kind of dive into it. So what's the problem they're trying to solve? So I think one day that George and his son, Michael and his son George were in the car, and they were talking, and he said, Dad, one of the problems I have when I play video games online is that I can't move tokens back and forth from game to game. And so then it kind of clicked. I think his dad is real into crypto, and they came up with this solution together of creating a universal coin. So basically tokenizing quarters. So taking that old school, mentality of just putting a quarter in a machine. There's still machines like that out there at arcades if you can find them. But let's take that concept of taking a quarter, digitizing it, and putting it in this token format that you can use on the blockchain to play games. And so it's kind of a neat idea of having this universal coin, so you can actually take it from game to game to game, which you currently can't do if you download different apps from the App Store. And that's how these app stores become the gatekeepers and make all of their money, because they control everything. And so this is really embracing that whole concept of decentralization and being able to do what you want with your quarters. And those, according to their application, they call these Q2 tokens. So I'd like to dive into it. Let's play with it. Let's get our hands dirty a little bit and see if we can check it out and see how it works. So if you go to the top here, it's actually a pretty simple layout. It's a nice website. They make it real clean and simple to understand. You sign up, you buy quarters, and you play games, and that's really it. And so when you're buying quarters, what are you buying? You're not really buying quarters, you're buying tokens. They're Q2 tokens that you can use from game to game to game. And the thing is, they don't appreciate in value. So that's kind of the problem that a lot of these applications have, these decentralized applications have, is that you don't want to spend your Ethereum, your Bitcoin, your Litecoin, whatever it is, because you're worried that it might appreciate. Well, here when you purchase your quarters, your Q2 tokens, they're not going to appreciate in value, and they can only be used on this platform to play games on. The only person that can make a little money off of this is the developers. So as the developers develop games for this platform, they can earn quarters on their games. And then they take that money they've earned and they can convert it quickly into Ethereum. So they're the ones that can make a little money. But let's kind of just dive in like we're a new customer, which we are. Log in. All right. Let's click the sign up. All right, let's try this out. All right, let's see how this works. All right, so far so good. Look, we're in. We've signed up. We're ready to go. They've got a few games in here. Looks like they got a ways to go, but they've got a lot of press and they've got a lot of attention, so I'm sure developers will start jumping on this, and it's a really good concept. So let's try to play one of these games. Let's click Flappy here. All right, so we're going to tap to start. Now check it out. It says Flappy, the frustratingly difficult Flappy game. So you can insert a quarter, right? And I think it starts us out with a new account with 40 free quarters. So you click it, you enter the quarter, okay, and you're off to the races. You can play Flappy Bird if that's what you're into. So far, so good, straightforward. It works. I know you probably don't want to sit here watching me play Flappy Bird, so I'll just kill myself. So that seemed to work. That seemed to work fine. You want to play again? Looks like you can play again. You probably have to enter more quarters. Yep, you have to enter more quarters. So, but let's cancel out. Okay, and now, so it's that simple. You put a quarter in, you play a game until you run out of quarters, and then what do? You need to buy more quarters, right? So you click buy, go to this screen here, right? And then you can click buy quarters. Now currently, as I stated, you can't purchase quarters. It's in test mode, but you can use their temporary, I guess, test credit card. So when you click pay with Stripe, you can enter this temporary test credit card, which is 4242 over and over. Actually 4 times. And then the month and date is the same, 04 and then 24. And then the PIN code is 424. Okay, so if you want to try that at home, try that yourself. And then you can click pay $5. Oh, after you enter your phone number. So let's put in the phone number. Okay. There we go, we're good. We got some free quarters. Yes! We can play some more games. So we're good. So also on this screen, if you're a developer, it says exchange quarters at a particular rate. The more quarters you exchange, the more bonus you will get. So this is where you would exchange your quarters for Ether. And that's how you would make your money as a developer, which is really cool. They claim that you could make like 300 times more money in the Google Play Store or maybe the Apple App Store, which is really neat too. So that's another way they're going to disrupt. So what else is there to this app? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Really, it's about them embracing the community and getting adoption. They've got a lot of headway. They've got a lot of press out there. So they have a pretty good shot at it. I like the idea of a universal token, one that you can use from game to game to game. They just need to get this loaded up with games that's willing to accept their Q2 tokens. It's also kind of neat from an investor side. Right now, they're not doing an ICO yet. If you're an accredited investor, you can get on their whitelist, and then they're going to notify people when the pre-sale begins. So investors can earn something like 15% of ETH from revenue of the sales of quarters. So there's opportunities there as well. So that's yet to come. So we'll see when they launch their ICO. But yeah, so kind of short and sweet. I think the big story here is that we have a 12-year-old CEO that's really cool. You know, this kid's motivated and he's trying to make it happen, and he's got big aspirations, and his dad is definitely a driving force behind that. So good luck to them, right? You know, I think that's great. Hats off to them, and hopefully they can make it, and hopefully there's a lot of adoption. But, you know, we'll see, right? So I guess that wraps it up for today's segment of dApps Decrypted. Come back and see us next week.